So it was a blow for accused number 4, Mthokoziseni Maphisa, whose lawyer argued that the state star witness Constable Sizwe Zungu's testimony could not be relied on because it was riddled with contradictions and no witnesses were called to corroborate his testimony. But Judge Ratha Mokgoatlheng disagrees.
Mr. Nomalo says in his heads of argument, for instance, 14.12, in respect of the factual evidence of Zungu's evidence, the contradictions are material and affect his credibility. Assuming the learned counsel is correct, is he prepared to say, therefore, his evidence amounts to nothing? Nothing. Nothing. He never went to the Basotho hostel. He never saw accused number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He never went with accused number 4 and 5 towards Tops to buy alcohol. He never went and took photographs. They say it's near some building, let's say, or whatever. And there are photographs to that effect. We all saw them. And he says, yes, I didn't know who's taking the photographs. But it was put to him that, hey, the name of the guy who's taking the photograph is so-and-so, and he was there, and he was the driver of that red motor vehicle. So factually, that evidence, it has got corroboration, and scientific corroboration, cell phone corroboration, photographic corroboration. There was other evidence also, ballistic evidence, which, according to the evidence so far, Manganyi testified thereto with rule of law. But the long and the short of it, that firearm, which allegedly was used to shoot, kill, murder Senzo, it has been identified beyond all doubt, all doubt. Ballistic science says no two firearms in the world are similar in their traction, their rifling inside, and even the bullets, the way they penetrate a particular matter, M-A-T-T-E-R, matter. No two firearms, that's science, it's not me, in the world are similar. And in their reaction, so when Manganyi says this firearm is a firearm that was used to shoot and kill and murder Senzo, we don't have dissenting evidence before us.
And Judge Ratha Mokgoatlheng went further.
Zungu's evidence, it's not a total write-off. We have taken about two hours talking about it. If it was a total write-off, I'm sure it would have taken 15 minutes. More than 2 hours examining Zungu's evidence. I beg to differ, advocate, when you say there's nothing you can glean from there. Nothing. Next. So I beg to differ, advocate Nomalo, that the evidence of Zungu is unreliable, contradictory, hopeless. Nobody can make head or tail of that evidence.
And therefore, Mokgoatlheng ruled that Maphisa's application cannot succeed.
This is just an application to find out, evaluate if there is evidence before this court. If there is evidence, not Zungu's evidence. If there is evidence, the evidence of the firearm, the evidence of the bullets, the evidence of the photographs, the evidence of the cell phone, which was picked up, was robbed by one of the invaders. If there's also evidence of telephone calls, there are hundreds and hundreds of telephone calls which were exchanged. But we are not here dealing with the merits, to write a judgment on the merits. It was just what you'd call a purview of seeing whether there is evidence upon which a reasonable man thinking seriously can convict. But I don't even put it that high. At the most here, I find that there is prima facie evidence which needs an answer. There is. And I don't have to delve into those other aspects. And consequently, I cannot discharge my learned colleague of number 4.
Well, the case has been postponed to September the 22nd for the defence to indicate its readiness to call witnesses. Chris Alder Lewis, SABC News at the High Court in Pretoria.